how long have you been writing, and what kind of writing have you done yourself?
I've been writing probably for 20 years now. And I started off as a screenwriter, was how I got into writing originally. I worked on film sets and then went into screenwriting from there when I was about in my early 20s. And then after that got more interested in novel writing, memoir writing and poetry. So I've kind of covered the whole lot over time. But screenwriting was my original training, and it's what I kind of writing visually, I suppose, is what I feel I'm strongest at still.
And you briefly mentioned sort of training, very brief there. So did you sort of do any formal sort of training, or workshops, courses, etc., or did you kind of just find your voice, as a lot of writers put it?
Yeah, I haven't. I think I've done 1 week-long residential writing course once. I haven't done much in the way of workshops or courses particularly. I think you learn writing by writing, really. I've always had people to read my work. I've always known other professional writers who could read work for me. And I think that's the biggest thing, really, is just to keep writing and have people who can read your work and give you really kind of good criticism, or people who know how to write rather than just asking anybody to read your work. It's important to ask people who know what they're talking about, I think.
So tell us a bit about Wild Words. What is it? What kind of courses do you offer? You mentioned obviously the holidays in France for writers. What kind of things do you do?
So Wild Words offers several kinds of courses. On the website there are online courses, so you can do 7-week courses from anywhere in the world, so virtual courses. And we're also running holidays, which are week-long residential holidays, mostly in the Pyrenees in France. And then there are also some short courses that go on in the UK, mostly in the summer, through the summer.
And where did Wild Words come from? Is that something you started yourself that you come on board with, or?
No, it's Wild Words I started myself. I think I actually started it because I like the term wild words. I like the idea of people freeing up their words, really, and kind of liberating their words. So I started it myself and have developed it over 3 years.
And you sort of covered the structured approach you got from doing script writing. What are the kind of key things that you focus on in the courses to help writers bring out their stories?
Yeah, I mean, I focus on several aspects, really. The first thing is just encouraging confidence in writers, encouraging them to trust their natural storyteller, really, to trust that they can tell stories naturally, and to know that really they know what's best for their story. They just need to follow their own gut instinct about it. I also teach about how to structure stories in quite a structured screenwriting way, which helps people to give form and not feel overwhelmed by long projects, for example. And then we also look at quite a lot of nature-based writing skills about how to bring aliveness into writing, sensory impressions, body sensation, emotion, those kind of things as well.
And so, where next for you then? Obviously, you mentioned a few of the courses coming up. I mean, have you got any writing of your own that you'll be releasing at all, or?
I'm writing a memoir about wildness, some of my wild experiences, but that also brings in theory around wildness and wild writing and how it is to re-find our instinctual self, our wild self. So I'm going to do that over the winter, my own writing. And I keep running the Wild Words courses, and it's quite nice for me. I like to feed my own writing process into what I do with Wild Words, so that writers, we're all in it together as writers, we're all working, and it's nice to share what's going on with my own process as well. So.
And you have to give just a couple of very brief tips to people thinking of writing who haven't quite mustered the courage to actually do it and put their work out there. What would they be?
Interesting. I think the first thing is that thing about trust. Trust that we're all natural storytellers. Sit down and just write. It doesn't matter what it's like. Try and suspend your own judgment of what you're doing, because any first draft of a piece of writing is not going to be perfect. The thing is just to get it out there, keep connected to your subject and get it out there, and you can always work on it. You can craft it later, but just to sit down and keep writing, really, and just to believe that you're good at it. That actually we're all good writers. It's just about time and effort and training. But we can all write wonderful things. We just have to trust that's the case, really.